Now you look at a game 3 to see if maybe things change a little bit. But yes, the decision making, maybe even some item progression, definitely a little bit kind of head scratcher at moments, including even the last game where obviously Rape Time, they were getting close to throwing it away by the end there. So that was pretty close. But in the end, they do win the game, and that means they are moving on to a game number 3. So again, the only series here in the first round that happens to be a 3-game series, and all the games were played, by the way. No forfeits actually happened in the first round. So again, I know it's it's kind of a good and bad saying. It's like, guys, no forfeits happen. It's like, oh, they shouldn't really happen, but it just happens. Sometimes it happens to be the case. Even the Diamond Division team won't show up or might not be able to field 5. So, but this time around, looks like all the matches were played. So happy to see that with the competitive HoN scene right now. Torture is going to be the next pick here. So Master Luna into the Rally Torture. There's the Dampier. Rape Time's like, you know what? It worked for us last game in the end. I still, even though they came through with a victory, I still am not a huge fan with the way they played around it. I mean, they ran the aggressive trial and they had him solo by himself. His early item progression was a little bit iffy. But in the end, he was able to get to that snowball point and did take off. But, I kind of wonder if we're maybe going to see more of a different path this time, more of the usual path, or if they still try to do – I mean, the first 2 games they ran an aggressive trial lane surrounding that rally. So would not be surprised to see that still be coming out now. With that said, of course, Rally's over here on Justice League side, but it's not out of the question by any means that they could still do some kind of an aggressive trial lane. But we'll see how DCX finishes off. I don't even know what the hell he's right-clicking these these icons sometimes. Profit's going to be right-clicked here by Tilla, so he's giving some insight onto what they're maybe thinking. Yeah, not going to be Profit, though. Andromeda's going to be coming out here instead with their final pick, so they get some good minus armor presence and just a sound support hero in the end, and definitely shaping up to be more of, once again, that 2-2-1 kind of setup, or maybe even a trial lane setup if it calls for it, if that's what Rape Time decides to go with once again. So Andromeda definitely a good hero for that, so coming out with that pick. But yeah, I mean, you do look at Rape Time's lineup. The fact that they went with Master and Luna already, those are 2 great supporting cast heroes in that trial lane setup. In fact, I think that's what they ran the first game even. So once again, that wouldn't be out of the question. Bands coming out. Corrupted Disciple, Bubbles, Hag, Lodestone. Going to be happening here. Wow, Lodestone left open all the way to the... We haven't seen Lodestone this whole series, actually, now that I think about it. Wait a second. Wow. We have not seen Lodestone in this series, and the first 2 games, I don't even think he was banned. I know the first game he wasn't. The second game, I don't think he was either. So, interesting. Swiftblade and Keeper. They finished off with a Swiftblade ban. We did see Imba Boy play that Swiftblade that first game, of course. So, taking away some carry options there. Still, you got something like a Sand Wraith or a Predator possibility. That could be coming out for Justice League. And, definitely a hero like Predator can be decent against someone like Dampier with that Stonehide. So that wouldn't be out of the question here as far as a carry choice for DCX. Looking back at Rape Time. A lot of extra time used right there by DCX, by the way. They're already down to 4 seconds, so need to be a little bit careful about that as far as the time is concerned. But so it looks like Colecast is actually getting some insight onto what they're going to be casting. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty obvious. So whichever one they end up casting, whichever one Colecast ends up casting between Lions versus USA and TMSR versus IG, we'll just cast the other one of that. So no matter what, those 2 series will be covered. Just a matter of which who will cover what between Colecast and HoNcast here. Scout going to be picked up by Rape Time. So I get the Scout pick up here. He too is also left open to this point. Now again, there's no jungler to be had. I mean, there's still that Parasite option, but I don't think DCX is going to be looking to do that. They are going to be looking to go a War Beast, though. Interesting. Going to go that War Beast. Maybe you want to get some push style going even against the Scout, not let him build up some time to eventually get pretty dangerous himself. I mean, I assume that's going to be a laning War Beast, especially with them just picking up that Scout. I find it hard to believe they're going to then put him into that jungle, so... as far as where he's going to be laned, the Suicide obviously makes sense. How good is he going to be able to do against that Dampier, maybe even a support with him? We'll see. But solid option there. They go for that instead of something like that Predator. That's more of that carry option for them. So now, RpTm going to be finishing off. So with that scout pickup especially, again, I like to believe it's going to be more of the conventional 2-2-1 setup, but Deadwood going to be coming out here with that final pickup for them. Deadwood we haven't seen in a while. Deadwood solid choice though. Decent against a hero like Warbeast. And Rally for that matter. See how they make that work. Again, knowing RpTm though, knowing that they ran aggressive trial lanes the first 3 games, I'm not going to put it past them as a possibility. It could be a damn pure aggressive trial lane, but Glacier is going to be the final pick for Justice League. So, yeah, what are we going to see here from them? I think they might even, that final pick really hints towards they're a little, like, they're possibly thinking it could be an aggressive trial lane themselves, or maybe they even want to do it themselves. I don't know. Imba Boy's going to be playing that Torture. Okay. A Destroy Fighter looks like he's going to end up playing the Warbeast here. Yeah, what are we going to see as far as lanes go? Not 100% sure here between these two teams, but we're going to get that information here shortly as we're now jumping into game number 3. Again, this is it, game number 3. The winner of this advancing on to play Team Excellent. The loser going to be dropping down to the losers bracket and on the verge of being knocked down to the Gold Division if they don't win that series. So, of course, a very, very important match here in the first round, as always, between these two teams. So it is going to be the Suicide Scout. You're all along in here. He actually gets pulled the Regen as well as Reward of Sight. So, yeah, they are going to be going the more conventional. They go the Suicide Scout. Going to be running that damn pure short lane with the like of either Master of Arms. I would think a Luna. I mean, Master of Arms Deadwood synergy is just so strong when it comes to that minus armor. They're going to be going bottom together, though, because, again, they might be expecting some kind of an aggressive trial here from DCX. And speaking of that, 04 only from DCX. You see Warbeast, he's not joining them. He is going to go on the short lane Warbeast, it looks like. At least to start here. So, yeah, maybe we are going to see that aggressive makeup here from DCX. Like a Torture Andromeda Glacius, very tri-lane, range-heavy against Dampier, Master, and Aluminum, and that's, I think you would favor it in DCX, but the positioning, obviously, would play a big role when it comes down to it. They're going to roam towards middle here to start things off. Oh, they're going to try to be sneaky, and I wonder, though, if they were spotted by this Ward of Sight. I would like to think, maybe a glimpse of them were spotted, but we'll get, Deadwood. We'll see what Deadwood does here. If he goes all the way into the lane, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. This is going to be a very, very dangerous start here for Deadwood. Can DCX get the Bloodlust kill to start things off here? Oh, no. Deadwood, he knows something's up. Raleigh's missing currently. He's waiting for maybe one support to appear. There's no one bottom yet. Yeah, he's going to play passive. Some good communication coming out here. So you can see he's basically hugging this tower. He's not giving them a chance. Good job by Deadwood. And leads me to believe, again, at least they got some information right here. So a great Ward of Sight placed by Biver, whatever. And they are going to see them roaming back now. So, yeah, that was huge because that could have been a very early and very quick Bloodlust kill coming out for Justice League. But RpTm has some good map presence and is able to prevent that from happening. So bottom lane, it is going to be that try versus trial lane. But this time, DCX, they're the ones in control of it. They're the ones that choose to send the aggressive trial lane with Torturer, Glacius, Andromeda. And all 3 range. Andromeda, shorter range, but still range nonetheless. As that Comet stun, some great follow-up stuns. So Dampier will need to be a little careful. RpTm does not really have any AoE stun presence. Obviously, you got the Emerald Lightning eventually, but you need to level that up. And Master of Arms, all you got is the charge shot. So, yeah, I'm definitely liking DCX's chances here in the setup now. It's just a matter of, obviously, lane control always important. And, of course, they are going to prioritize the farm on the Torturer here. So that means you got Warbeast versus Scout at the top lane. Definitely a matchup that I'm sure Warbeast will be just fine with. And Rally versus Deadwood here in the middle is what it comes down to. Both these heroes have received some kind of nerf here in the recent history. So, kind of working off of that, but still solid matchup here of a 1v1 heroes. As far as who's coming on top, again, Deadwood's always a hard hitter. Now, he doesn't go the Hatchet, actually. He went the Shield here. He went the Buckler. So, I think that could be a difference maker. There is a Hatchet on Rally in the meantime. That could definitely be a difference maker as far as Outlast hitting. See the creep pull right here. Dampier's going to go in, but at what cost? Common Stun comes out. The lockdown on the Torture. Do they have enough? Chain Reaction is going to be used. Dampier's in trouble. Dampier's in trouble. He is going to end up falling. They get the kill on Torture first, though. So a 1-for-1 exchange. They get the Bloodlust kill on a Panny, but now Master of Arms also in trouble. Attila trying to live. The charge shot, the final auto attack. Oh, the health potion to regen just enough. And the health potion regen on Andromeda as well to barely keep him alive. So it begins with the aggressive tri-lane. And just barely enough from Dampier right there to stay alive to get the kill. Again, he didn't get the kill though himself. He just got the assist for it. Then he died after. The kill actually going to go to Glacius as it went for a Luna for the Legion team. So it's kind of hard to say. Obviously, maybe for the Legion team, he's getting that blow. Let's go. But here we go. Once again, Luna's going to be taken out. Dampier went in, but now he's in a lot of trouble, actually. This is not the position he wants to be in. Master of Arms running over. He has that charge shot. Will it be enough? Dampier being chased. The chain reactions connected sequence is going to fall. Justice League. Now after, when it's all said and done, and oh my god, in the middle lane. Rowley comes through, compels, gets the kill on the Deadwood. Aluna's going to try to power throw snap, even if it connected. I don't think it would have been nearly enough damage, so he will get away in the process after tower diving heavily against Deadwood. So the initial sequence, maybe back and forth as far as who actually came out on top, but now it's pretty evident. Justice League, all of a sudden, feeling pretty damn good about this start that they have going for them. Dampier is just not having the best start now. This actually kind of takes you back to with Dampier kind of stepping up as a go-to carry nowadays for a lot of teams. Running more of that aggressive tri-lane setup against him. Kind of wonder if that's may start to be more of a trend when it comes down to it. Not to say that this is evidence that that can work every time by any means, but you figure that is obviously a great way to try to kind of counter him. And with Dampier, though, at the same time, he is actually pretty strong in the laning presence with teammates. By himself, obviously, maybe a little bit nerfed, doesn't have a stun or anything, but with teammates that can set up for him, he has some good burst damage to come out and decent survivability. So, but in the end, DCX here for this game, off to a much better start. You also see the lane control. I mean, Dampier is now getting nothing. He did go the Iron Shift first, so, just like last game, but this game it definitely makes a lot more sense. We're going up against triple range. Middle lane, Seismic Slam, it goes off, but Deadwood is barely going to do enough to live. The Rock Grasp, nice sidestep from Zane. He will be fine, but clearly Rally is having a pretty good time in this middle matchup. And again, no doubt, him playing ballsy and diving the tower to get the kill is obviously helping, but I really think that Hatchet is definitely making a difference here as well. As far as the last hitting goes, go figure. 22-13, 10-3. Deadwood on top of that death he has. So obviously bottom lane being won by the Hellborn team, middle lane B1. How's the top lane going? Warbeast 26-7, Scout 24-7. So Jarl Lungen here on Scout, not doing horrible by any means. It's actually doing pretty solid. But I think it's safe to say Justice League in the much better start to get things going now. RpTm going to find himself Dampier in the jungle. That's not odd, but it is a little odd to see this early on. But again, they're kind of forced to. He's going to try to make use in the jungle, using both his level 2 Flight and Terror. Now, middle lane, they do combo for the kill on a Rally. That's big right there as Aluna roams in to take out Zane. So Panny picks up his second kill, and obviously, I'm sure Deadwood did plenty as well. Deadwood did not use his Falcon Punch. Wasn't even needed right there. Enough to get the kill onto Rally, however. Meanwhile, at the bottom lane, though, they do at least still a couple of the creeps there and force them to box them out. And seems like we got RpTm is going to continue to just struggle down here at this bottom side. So Deadwood needing him to kind of be of more use. And now that he is level 6, he has a Falcon Punch all regenerate. This is going to be big, actually. Is there any vision? There is a Ward of Sight that was recently placed here by Tilla, as well as the Ward of Rev over here. So yeah, they have vision in case Deadwood looks to roam here towards the bottom lane, which is not even going to happen in the end. And that's good for him because obviously he wouldn't be able to make much happen. He's going to go for Rally. Even with the Falcon Punch, though, he's not going to be getting a kill, so no point to use it in that case. Instead, he'll just continue to farm the lane here. But yeah, Warbeast on top of, yeah, I didn't even think about that, honestly, but, or I shouldn't think about it. Didn't mention it, but of course the battle cry is also a very big factor in this middle matchup, as well as that bottom matchup for that matter, as far as it's progressing. So, yeah, the battle cry, which is level 4 now, pretty big deal. Warbeast being chased down right here. Scout is level 7. Yeah, Warbeast going to use that Metamorphosis to figure to help him get away. Meanwhile, middle lane, they combo for the kill onto Deadwood. Rally gets the assistance of, it looks like Glacius right there, Tundra Blast in the Ice Imprisonment. At least the Tundra Blast was used right there to help get the kill. Zane gets credit for it, so Deadwood continuing to really struggle. Rally feeling pretty good. Scout able to box out Warbeast at least, though. Get him to ultimate and actually going to send him to the jungle, but Warbeast level 7 now. He's got the Ring of the Teacher. He's got his boots. He's on his way to that Abyssal Skull. He's just fine. He's not. That's not an odd place for him to be in. Now, but that will mean Scout is also going to really start to progress in farm. And now 320 gold per minute. And what kind of start are we going to see Scout go for his item build himself? Master of Arms going to be locked down. He's going to eventually fall as the Ice Imprisonment comes out. He got spotted in the jungle. Andromeda, great roaming support hero for that reason right there. Comet Stun. Max duration at level 1 of 1.75 seconds. So just a matter of the damage upgrading as you level it up. Locks him down long enough for the kill. Bottom lane, Dampier is going to be spotted out by himself. They collapse on him. Yeah, Dampier in that lane without his supporting cast, knowing that they were roaming in the jungle, and that Rally even happened to be missing an action. He just gets caught out. So big kill once again right there, and we're probably going to see more. Penny's in more trouble. Penny's going to fall.
Double D's.
Playing that Aluna. An 8-2 hero kill lead now for Justice League. I mean, this, unlike the first 2 games where there's a lot of back and forth early on in the game, there's a lot of action in general. There's still a lot of action in game number 3 here, and 10 hero kills total, but it is well in favor of Justice League and just the overall momentum. It's just no doubt in their favor. And you look at that purchase there. I believe Plated Greaves are going to be finished by Rally. Not often we see Plated Greaves on Rally, but, you know, again, this matchup, you're dealing with a Scout, a Deadwood with a, you know, an OK Star Scout with a decent star. Sure, you have a Dampier over here, but Dampier is getting absolutely nothing in this game. So right here, that's proved to be a sound pickup there by Rally. Like it. That on top of the Abyssal Skull will also be another great pickup, which I'm sure Warbeast will go for. Scout top lane puts a ward down right there as a preemptive possible gank. He's actually going to silence Torture and run away. Torture transition to the top side. Yeah, they're probably going to open things up for him now. So good transition here from DCX. Send Torture top lane, pick up farm up there. Warbeast is more than fine to just take over the jungle now, as he has the Abyssal Skull being delivered. No, Steam Boost, never mind. Steam Boost didn't being delivered. So yeah, he's more than fine. It does mean Dampier is going to finally, slowly but surely start to recover, but I'm sure the name of the game here for DCX will adjust these lanes, get Torture, maybe his initial item, and I wonder if it's going to be something like that tablet here. Well, that supporting cast item. Rally in the meantime in the middle, and good lockdown. They gets the Compel off, but the Goo takes him down. Very good staggering of the stuns. If it wasn't for that Aluna Emerald Lightning at the last second, that would have probably been a Rally that would have been able to survive. Scout in the meantime at the top side. He silences Torture before the chain reactions. He's still trying to get away. Swap comes out from Andromeda, but they miss him. He got out of range right there. He got the vanish off, and he does avoid death. So he's actually going to marksman shot right here. Yeah, actually Torture might be in some trouble. The Rotten Grasp attempt going to miss. So not going to be a kill, but Torture losing a bit of life right there. He's going to be fine, though, in the end, as Warbeast joins his teammates in that top lane. But Scout able to get away is pretty big. He has to energize now with the Ghost Marcher, so he is off to a very, very good start here. But again, looking at the game plan here for D6. Oh, actually, he doesn't have his marksman shot up again just yet. So only needs 20 more seconds on that, and I think Torture is going to be fine. Yeah, unless he goes balls to the wall, which would just be silly here. So, not going to happen. Said he'll port back. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Rally picks off Aluna. Level 10 Rally. He's adjusting out of the bottom lane as going to be more of that suicide Rally, but he has a 3-level advantage over your Dampier and a 6-level advantage over Aluna that he just killed right there. So I'm sure he's not feeling too scared despite dying previously. Torture roaming in. Torture does buy the major totem, so yeah, he's going to be going more that, not support, but more utility styles. You know, again, obviously they have a Warbeast that's getting great farm. That's what I was getting out of especially if you're going to really turn on the throttle here early on. Going something like the life rate into Grimoire would be a little silly. You want to get those team fights aggressive. You want to take advantage of this Dampier getting really nothing here early on. And something like a tablet will most certainly assist with that. So it's just as long now as how do we see DCX progress with this item build that they're going for as far as actually making it work. Bottom tower does go down, though, in their favor. And Warby's, he's very close now to that Abyssal Skull. I believe he even has enough for it. But he is going to be gone on by Scout right here. I think he should be fine in the end. Just going to get as much damage as possible before he has to fall back. Is Scout. Will we see Scout go for more of that Brutalizer build? Or maybe more of a farming build himself? Oh, a little bit of a hiccup there. I think the stream should be good, though. With the way that he's playing, I find it hard. Yeah, probably not going to be the farming build, especially since they got a Dampier they're hoping to recover with. And he's going to kind of be more of that guy. But nice job stealing the triple stack creep right here, preventing Dampier from having a recovery time, but it is going to come at a cost. It looks like Torture and Rally in some trouble. Torture, he's dropping to Dampier. Getting the lift. No, the Expressman not going to be enough, though. Rally falls as well. So the steal of the triple stack jungle right there does not pay off in the end. And now Scout's actually looking to finish off Glacius. Silence comes out just in case. Muradov attacks. Power comes up. He has a marksman shot. Not even going to use it, though. Going in for the kill. Hasted Deadwood running in. Another kill happening on Glacius right there. And RpTm actually, well, getting some good things going on for them all of a sudden. That was a very risky move there by DCX to steal this camp. You see this ward aside here. Saw them doing that, and RpTm reacted to it. Devin up the top side. He does not have his Falcon Punch. They do get the top tower kill. Has this Rotten Grasp in 5 more seconds. Not going to chase, though. Aggro, the creep wave, did not want to go after him. And instead, he decides to fall back right there. So, good job by our Legion side. And Dampier, again, his farm, keeping an eye on it. It's still damn low, especially for Dampier at this rate, but understandable with how the game is taken off. Deadwood has 1,000 gold saved up. Get him that portal key. He'll sit at the level 11 mark. All of a sudden, he's doing some big things. And again, Scout, get the early Brutalizer here. Can continue to be quite the nuisance. Warbeast has that Abyssal Skull finished. Continuing to farm in the jungle. Scout going to find him here. I don't think a kill's going to be coming out by any means. They have a red power throw, but yeah, this is a Warbeast with an Abyssal Skull. Scout's going to steal some creeps in the end of anything. He tries to get the Skeleton King. He can't do that, though. It's actually going to take a lot of damage in return. And they know he's up here now. They're kind of heading over, but yeah, it'd probably be not worth the chase there. As they fall back. Back to the middle lane here again. Deadwood working towards that portal key. Dampier taking advantage of the lane beam push up now. 1,200 gold. Wonder if he's even going to finish Steam Boots, or he's just going to go straight into the Light Brand even. And they still have a triple stack over here with this camp. And their Ancients are double stacked here. So if he does go right into the Light Brand, maybe could try to clear those out ASAP and then build a Steam Boots after, but sequence. It looks like it is going to be more of that route here. But DCX might not let him get to that point, but at the same time, too, again, DCX, he still doesn't have that tablet. But it goes back to their play style and how they're going to continue to move on with this game. Again, you can sit back and farm more on Warbeast, which is never really a bad thing, but this game it kind of can be. I mean, Dampier, the more time that you locked him down heavily, he got nothing in the bottom lane. But he is starting to slowly recover, and slowly will turn into quickly, very quickly at this rate. So, yeah, DCX needing to keep up the aggression here. And they are going to make their way towards mid. The tablet is finished on Torture.
The Hellborn takes down a Legion tower.
That's a free tower kill for them. So overall, they do have a 5,400 gold lead. So again, the stats definitely suggesting DCX is in a pretty comfortable spot. But obviously, always more to the picture. Dampier falls back as he knows there's probably some supporting cast coming in down here. Warbeast another 2,200 gold saved up. I think the Shrunken Head, pretty obvious choice for him to follow up now with the Steam Boots Abyssal Skull. I don't know, actually. I kind of want to say, I said obvious, but I wonder if Soul's Bulwark actually might be the better investment here for him. Knowing that you got a Scout and a Deadwood are the ones that are progressing here, unlike the Dampier, who's not as much of a threat yet. Again, it is quickly turning around for him, but at this rate, it looks like he's going for the Shrunken. Granted, he's sitting on 2,300 gold. He doesn't need the Mighty Leopards. I don't know. We'll see what he goes for. His team's counter pushing in the meantime. Scout's still trying to, and I don't know if this is a good thing either from Scout. I mean, this is what Scout does here, and just constantly harass. And again, he does have a Damn Furious recovering from him. There's the Life Brand purchase. And actually, Warbeast might be in some trouble here. Marksman shot. He's going to stand his ground, fight him for a little bit. He gets compelled back in him. The seismic slam. Oh my God, living life on the edge right there, big time. Storyfighter even got compelled back in by his teammate, but that was Zane saying, "Don't worry, buddy, I got you. I'm not going to get you killed. I'm going to help set us up this counter kill," and that's exactly what they did. So, I mean, Jarlungen, beautiful play by him to try to take out Warbeast. You can tell Warbeast is very worried there. He almost got to the point where he wanted to run rather than fight that, but in the end, standing his ground ended up paying off. Good teamwork there. I was going to say about Scout, though, you know, he is constantly going around. But at the same time, again, they're trying to save those resources for Dampier to get the farm as well as the Portico and Deadwood. So that kind of makes sense there. He's just being that nuisance as much as possible. Unfortunately, just backfired right there. Okay, there's the Soul's Bulwark purchase by Warbeast. That's where I was getting at. I mean, it took him a little bit longer to purchase it. But anyways, he has it because, again, it's I really think that that's more of a case of, now, if Dampier was having the typical game, I think the Shrunken Head is pretty damn obvious. But because of how this game is going, I think the Soul's Bulwark has a lot of value to it when it's all said and done. Rally's going to find Dampier right here, but this is going to be a backfire. Oh, the compel away in time. He has a portal key. Oh, he can't get it off in time. The Rotten Grass connects. He is going to fall when it's all said and done. Glacia's going for the TP. Can they find him in time? No, they cannot, so he will be fine. Dampier will find this triple stack, though. Again, he just got that Life Brand. Steam Boots is actually coming along for him very quickly now. He has enough gold for it, in fact. I don't know. Again, it just goes back to DCX. It's hard to say, you know, good to play when they're obviously in the opposition jungle trying to get a kill, but it's doing it smartly at the same time. But that's where you got to give credit to RpTm of, you know, they have their vision up, they're reacting to it. The Portican Deadwood obviously coming into play there. And now Dampier, it's definitely slower than what you like to see him at, but he is recovering. It is happening. And will Warbeast be enough to get the job done? Deadwood in the top lane. He's being locked down as he tries to jump in, but he has a supporting cast, so he's going to keep going. Redstone onto Andromeda. There's the follow-up. Scout comes in as well. The auto attack is way too much. Bound Eye going to drop, so that's a big kill right there. And they catch Torture. Compel coming out from Rally. The seismic slam there. Take out Scout. So big plays coming in from Zane, but Torture does get picked off by Deadwood right there. I believe the Rotten Grass did snipe him out. Warbeast now chasing Master of Arms. They are going to pick up the kill on him, however, and now they're going to push the tower, or Warbeast? No, he's going crazy. I don't know why they're just not killing the tower, honestly, but they are falling back, and they don't have the vision that we have, so they feel maybe support. But yeah, they get a free tower kill right here. That's a vulnerability. I don't think they have, though. No, they do, but it's still going to be a free tower kill. So we'll set up a free tower on the end, despite their losses there. It still does work out in the end for DCX. But while that's happening, Dampier, bottom side, continuing to kind of recover here. But now you see Torture buys that Blessed Orb, so that Sheep Stick ideally going to be coming along for him. The Portal Key pickup on Rally, obviously also a good pickup too. Going to steal some Ancients here on the Legion side. The double stack Ancients that have been there, I believe, since I checked them last a while ago. Scout actually, oh, Andromeda might be in trouble. Master of Arms running in. There's the silence. He goes for the opening. The nice silence from behind. A couple more auto attacks needed, but at what cost? Right, Jarlungen in trouble. Dust comes out. Couldn't get the seismic slam off in time though they see him, but he's just too damn fast. With that vanish, Master of Arms, not as fast though. He is food left behind, so they will get a counter kill there. So Andromeda lives. So Scout continuing to try to be a nuisance, but not able to be the best right there. And now we see Warbeast at 3,000 gold. So, again, you could say, well, he might just be able to finish a full demonic breastplate here. I think, though, going the Shrunken Head is probably the safer and, you know, just the more efficient route here in the end for Warbies, to be honest. I mean, because again, you got Dampier. He has started to recover. He's on his way to that Grimoire now. He is level 13, so he's got some good magic damage presence coming out. And just to better be safe than sorry if you're Warby. So also to get out things like that Ron Grasp and whatnot. And yeah, he is saving up 3,200 gold, so leads me to believe that's probably going to be the case here. For him, triple stack, no, double stack Ancients over here. You see Tilla's looking to counter ward. Not going to be any wards there to counter, though, unless Scout places something. No. He's kind of just, well, scouting things out. Seeing what's up. What was that a full demonic? It was? Okay. So he's going to go the full demonic here. Yeah, it's not bad. It's definitely not a bad item choice, and hell, it's going to be great. But it's just a matter of, was that it's not the safer route, I think it's safe to say, but it's still a route that could still work out just fine for Warby. So, Story Footer deciding to go the demonic, and that was an interesting. Yeah, he purchased the Warhammer on Torture. He actually has a Mighty Blade now. So he went the Blessed Orb first, but now he buys a Mighty Blade, so going to be working into a Shrunken Head. On the Blessed Orb, maybe for a little bit more mana as well, and eventually turn into a Sheepstick, but gets the Mighty Blade to turn into a Shrunken Head here. Rally trying to get a jump. Demoralizing Roar on Scout, but could not really follow there. So falls back before anything dangerous happens there. Okay, so yeah, an update on that. It looks like, so Coldcast, they are covering the Too Much Sugar versus IG series. I say it was a close vote in the end. Too Much Sugar versus IG series. So we're going to be jumping into Lions versus USA when we are finished with this series here. So definitely stay tuned for that. That'll be a round of 8 matchup. I don't believe that has started yet. Triple stack Ancients. Torture. Going to clean them up here. With the assistance of his teammates. Again, that minus armor on top of the glowing red hands. That is big, big, big. A lot of damage. A lot of right click coming out from all these guys. Even the supporting cast. Yeah, Warbeast is hitting damn hard. I do wonder if he's going to get over greedy here, if he's going to go something like a Brutalizer now himself, or if he'll still play that safe route and go a Shrunken Head follow-up. Tablet of Command on Glacius even, so some good supporting items coming out there. Dampier, he's hanging towards the bottom side. He doesn't have the Grimoire even yet. He has 20. He has enough for it, I believe. Yeah, he definitely has enough gold for it. Not sure why he hasn't bought it just yet. Just save up for buyback at this point seems kind of silly. But and he's just waiting for the respawn here. He really doesn't want to go bottom. Obviously, he knows that he's by himself, and there really is no vision here, so he's playing it very safe. He's just going to farm what he can here in the jungle. Again, though, he can buy the Grimoire. It's still a little baffled as to why he just doesn't. Unless he's going into a Shrunken Head himself, which I don't think that would be the best option. Okay, yeah. He's going to. Wait, did I do. You know what? I apologize. I think I did the math there. It's 2,100 plus the 800. Okay, for some reason I thought it was 500. That's my fault. That's my fault. Mobby, Mr. Sequence. Trying to criticize you and all. And he just didn't have enough gold. Alright, so he gets the Grimoire. So that's good. He is also level 14, so wants to get him 16, of course, for maximize those essences and whatnot. But still needs a little bit more time before he gets there. You see that creep farm of his? It's definitely recovered compared to everyone else. Ooh, Scout. He is running in. They do have Dust on Andromeda. She is not here, though, with them. He's just going to get some information. In the meantime, they'll run past an Electric Eye here. Well, those are illusions, at least. Or what's the real one? I hate Andromeda with the illusions. Okay, that's the real one. He's going to go balls to the wall right here. He wants to get a very aggressive ward aside. And I actually wonder if Scott saw that. Oh, if Scott, that would have been a pretty epic if he just counter-warded it right away. But no, not going to happen. You see the Hellborn team, they're looking for some pick chances. Not going to really find them, though, as RpTm is just playing a little bit too safe. You know, the thing about RpTm as well, and looking at the map, they do not have any tower kills yet, so that's both good and bad. That's bad in the sense that they don't have any tower kills yet, it's 27 minutes in, but it's good that knowing that those resources are still there for them. Those resources of those 6 outer towers in total are still there for them to take out to enhance their gold farm, for that Dampier, for that Scout, for that Deadwood, especially. And a supporting cast on top of that. Speaking of supporting cast, I mean, you got Steam Boots, Mystic Vestments on Master, you went Striders on Panny, go figure. But now he has a major totem and Bracer even, so you know, he's kind of bulking up. Or no, he sold. Never mind. But anyways, he's trying to bulk up a little bit. So, but yeah, knowing that they don't have any tower kills yet, again, just evidence that they have a lot of resources to make up with. Here we go with Warbeast. $3,200 gold saved up. So going to get an answer shortly on whether or not he goes more the greedy build or more the safer build with the shrunken head. Dampier, kind of the same thing. He is level 16 now, but the typical route would usually be the Portkey here. There's a couple things to this, though. Like, the Shrunken Head, it's still a great item, I think, at the end. The Torture, you got locked down from Glaciers and Drops, so yeah, I still think it's necessary. Is it worth it, though, getting that over Portal Key here, if you're Dampier? It's hard to say. I kind of say yes. I kind of say yes, because if anything, the Hellborn team, you got to expect that they're going to be taking it to you sooner than later. But yeah, he is going to go the Portal Key route, so well, that's 2150 gold invested into that, instead of maybe saving that up for a full Shrunken. Keep an eye on that and see how that progresses. DCX, if they don't look to really outright push here, then I think that can prove to be just the better choice in the end, obviously. But it's all a matter of what DCX does here. And actually, Rally is looking for an opportunity, but Dampier has already fallen back. But he does not really know this, though. Aluna goes for the TP. She's going to be collapsed on, though. She will get taken out. You see Dampier right there as Portal Key's away. So in that sense, kind of helping him out, but he gets away before any follow-up happens to him there. So pick on to Aluna. Nice, but not necessarily the most scariest thing in the world. 2,000 gold saved up on Scout now. Oh, he said, that's pretty funny. He waited to silence that one, but it actually silenced another one that was more closer to him. Not really the biggest deal in the end. Just a little bit extra gold for a Torture there. Bound die on Rally. So obviously, Scout constantly need to be careful about that. Deadwood's sitting on 3,100 gold. What is Deadwood going to be going for? Soul's Bulwark there. Again, he's saved up a lot of extra gold. For that Soul's Bulwark, he looks like he's going to be going outright into a full Demonic Breastplate here eventually, but has a Soul's Bulwark now. And yeah, Shrunken Head purchased by Warby, so he does go the Shrunken Head part, or build himself. Makes that work here. This game has really quieted down. I mean, as far as the amount of kills go, especially for the series, this has just been a pretty aggressive series overall. And now here we are in game number 3, even with a quicker start once again, but slowing things down in sequence again. This is Dampier. This is not the, oh my god, he's taking off Dampier fraud. This is big though. Warbeast. If they can pick off Warbeast here, this could be huge. It's going to be difficult, though. That's a good start, though. Falcon Punch to open it up. He's in a lot of trouble. They locked down way too much right there. Dampier comes in with his burst. The Grimoire, the level 17, an easy kill on a Warbeast. Warbeast does not have a buyback either. He just bought recently the Shrunken. He has 60 seconds now. And remember, this is still no tower kills by the Legion team yet. This is going to be their first tower kill, and we're now 31 minutes into this game. Or is it? No, they're going to go to the middle end. They want to defend, actually. Rally's in trouble. Rally's going to end up getting picked off right here. He falls down right there, and the chase continues. Oh, yes, he does go down. He actually got away initially, but he does go down. Nice destroying the bound eye by Torturer. Oh, man. He turns around. Now, that was a little bit of a stutter step. Is it going to cost him his life? I don't know if it would have made a difference. He does fall in the end. That was Dampier chases. Glaciers ported in. Not sure if that was smart. St. Rock's in a lot of trouble right here. T-Tablet's away. He's probably going to be fine in the end. Although Dampier Portkey in 1 second, maybe not fine. There's a tear right in between the two of them. He goes for Glacius and Andromeda. Andromeda's in trouble. Andromeda will fall. Justice League is just falling apart right here. What is going on?
Genocide, folks.
It turns into an outright genocide. What was initially just a great pick on a War Beast, all of a sudden is a genocide a minute later.
The Legion takes
And
down
now the
an
tower
Elborn
falls in the middle. They
tower.
didn't even get the top tower kill. RpTm, I mean, they said, we don't even have any tower kills, why start now? They defend the middle lane instead. So DCX, I can't really blame them for hanging around like they did, at least initially, but they needed to get back ASAP. But, you know, from the decision-making one by one, Torture stutter stepping to destroy the Bound Eye, Glacius porting at the last second, and even Andromeda running back in. Sure, she had her secondary tower, but by that time, you weren't going to do anything anyway, so... Man, RpTm just makes work. And now, look at the situation. Now, look at Dampier. 3,500 gold saved up. He's got the Grimoire, he's got the Portal Key. That Shrunken is coming very, very quickly here. DCX, they're going to try to make a little bit of a gutsy play here. There is an electric guy. Will they spot it? Yeah, they will. Rally just ran right on top of it? Yeah, okay. They do spot the electric guy, but the Legion team knows now that Conqueror's being done. We do see Scout. Oh, Scout actually goes the Shrunken Head route, by the way. He did not go the Brutalizer. He goes the Shrunken Head himself, wants to go that safer route. This is going to be a free Conqueror kill, though. Legion team just does not feel comfortable. I don't know about that. I kind of feel like they actually could have got there, but they choose it's just not worth it, and Torture is the one to get the token in the end. As I think it might have been somebody said at one of my co-casts recently that you can argue that Torture is one of the best heroes to have a token of life on in the game, just because of just obviously, you know, his reset presence in terms of no matter what, whenever he comes back after a token, he will have at least one, if not multiple cooldowns. Of course, his ultimate, you know, there's no cooldown on that. You just you can just keep that on basically as long as you have the mana for it. So. On top of his other abilities being fairly shorter cooldown, so yeah, great hero to have it on. Meanwhile, we do have a jump right here. Dampier, not sure what he was thinking. I'm pretty sure he's the one that jumped in too. He's in a lot of trouble. The counter coming out from War Beast, nomming him down. One more auto attack, not going to be enough actually. The chase it will be enough in the end. In the meanwhile, in the background, Scout also falls. He did not even Shrunken Head right there on Scout. Aluna's going to be picked off.
Easy.
Oh, RpTm went from looking pretty good with a big genocide to all of a sudden kind of throwing it away yet again. Rally. He takes a stun. He's going to be fine, though. Token of life on Torture, and they are pushing full throttle now. Buyback situation. Nobody can buy back. This DCX may be able to just go cut through it here. They can even go straight for the Shrine. No, probably not. But still, they're definitely going to get a Rax. Deadwood and Master of Arms, nothing that they can do. You know, other than that. They throw down the goo, you know, saying, like, be scared of us. Be scared of us. That's not going to happen, though. Deadwood has his Falcon Punch. He also has a double damage rune, which is actually wearing off here. But to jump in would almost be suicidal at this point. So Rax goes down. You see, he is going to jump in. Torture is going to fall, but guess what? Token alive. There goes Deadwood. Again, that's why I don't get that. I do not get that. Your team was resurrected right here. It was dead anyways. So, yeah. I mean, you got the Token of Life used, which is good. But you sacrificed yourself to do it. They still got the Rax in the end, which is what they came for. And now they're falling back. So, Justice League is just they're feeling a lot better now. Obviously, after that genocide, they're probably telling themselves, "Wait a second, this is all of a sudden very, very scary." Not anymore. That Conger fight, I know I kind of caught it a little bit late, but from the cooldown uses, looked like the Portal Key was just coming off cooldown from Dampier. It looks like he jumped into them as if he wanted to initiate. Not sure who exactly he jumped, but it clearly was not the best decision. He got turned around on completely. And, well, we saw the end result. And now you have a War Beast, another 4,900 gold saved up. He's got his core here. Demonic, Abyssal Skull, Shrunken Head. He could go that Brutalizer. He can go Behemoth's Heart. He can go many things here. Oh, he could go Dawnbringer. That wouldn't be a big question, honestly. We'll see what good old War Beast decides to go for in the end, but RpTm, obviously feeling a little bit down after that, I'm sure. Dampier, his GPM, it's not the typical Dampier farm. Hasn't been the whole game, and going to just basically continue to be that way, pending some crazy, crazy comeback. I also look at the Scout Shrunken Head, which, again, he didn't even use that last fight, which obviously, you know, I'm sure he had, there's reasons for that. He got locked down, just wasn't able to get it off, but, you know, kind of warning about The idea that instead of going for the more that brutalizer, more that aggressive build, to maybe have a better chance to get quick picks on heroes that he finds themselves, but it is hard to argue against the Shrunken Head ever as well. So he was sitting on top of Torture right there, but by himself, not going to be happening with kills. So there's the Behemoth's Heart on Warbeast. You have the Sheepstick finished on Torturer. Those luxury tier items are coming out now. Luxury tier items are coming out. Speaking of that, Demonic Breastplate is getting close to being finished here on Deadwood at least. But not nearly enough. Kind of feel like, you know, RpTm, they just continue to, all throughout this game, to be in a situation of older heroes have kind of been like just about where they need to be, but not really. Scout's kind of been that way. He's kind of like his damage output just isn't the most, going that Shrunken Head style. So he's not really old there. Dampier, the same thing. You know, he's got that trio core items, a Portal Key, Shrunken Head, Grimoire, but it's taken a lot longer to get to that, and obviously he's working towards that next year now. But and then Deadwood's the same thing. He's just kind of almost has his Demonic Breastplate finished, but it's just a little bit later than like. So this Warbeast, look at that, 3,200 life on Warbeast, 314 max damage with those red glowing hands by himself right here. He is hitting hard and fast, and he's quite the tank. He falls back before getting caught right there. You see the Wolves doing some scouting here, Keizu style. Can't see the scout though. Instead, they're going to clean up their own Ancients. Kongor, think he's going to be coming up sooner than later. I don't think the next minute or so, but in a couple minutes at least. I think the token ended up being used fairly early on, so I think at least 2 or 3 more minutes here. Dampier, 3,000 more gold saved up. And where does he go next? I think something like a Wingbow, honestly. I don't see Geometer's Bane being the best pickup here for him. You know, they're not done with a keep or anything like that, so that Wingbow to mitigate the Warbeast presence against him might not be the worst option. Or the Shroud into Genjiro, also another good choice. This is also nice. Double damage rune. He'll take that. Push at the bottom lane, though, from DCX. So, again, third Kongor. Or maybe it's the second Kongor. I think I'm thinking about last game. But anyways, whatever Kongor. Not up just yet. They're going to go full throttle here. There goes Dampier, though. Just right there. Torture gets bursted. Torture will fall right off the bat. Dampier's burst damage, phenomenal. The swap on to Warbeast right there. He's going to go sayonara as he runs away. Andromeda's picked off. Glacia's going to fall. And DCX pushed into a trap right there. Warbeast, can he stay out of range? Yes, he can. Oh, boy, Dampier, that flight just not off cooldown, but he is still not out of the woods just yet, literally. His metamorphosis is not up. He's going to go for the TP. I don't think they're going to spot him, so he will be fine. They find more, though. Rally's in trouble. Torture turning around. He popped back, but he's just going to be able to sheepstick and run away, so maybe he does save his teammate in the end, or does he? Yes, he will. Rally Portal Key is going to be fine. Boy, oh boy, what a hold there. That burst damage. I mean, talk about just not even thinking about it. They just went full throttle right there. Did rape time, especially Dampier, just jumping in. And even with the slower start, again, when this hero gets that 16-plus mark, the trio of items, Portal Key, Shrunken Head, especially that Grimoire, his damage output is ridiculous. That was a Mystic Vestments Torture, 1,600-plus life. Just got bursted right there at the beginning of that fight. So, with him pretty much taken out right away, obviously Warbeast also then, he got turned on. I don't even think he Shrunken Headed there. Maybe he did. Anyways, they hold. Our Legion team holds at the base, and that's just more time for Dampier. And not only Dampier, I mean, this is an overall lineup that, again, because going back to you, it's just a little bit later than wanted for these heroes and their items, but the longer it takes, yeah, you have a Warbeast over here, always a deadly late game carry, especially with the progress that Storyfooters had, but you got a Scout with that Disarm. Disarm's always a nuisance against other carries in general. You got Deadwood. He's going to be hitting harder and harder as this game progresses on, although he's only 230 gold from mid, so he's not really going to be your biggest threat. Scout's only 250 for that matter. So, again, it's still, because it goes back to you. As much as you want to believe that Rape Time has that comeback presence in them, which they most certainly do.
Takes down a Hellborn tower.
And that's the other thing. That's the second tower kill. They just finally killed this tower up here. Remember earlier when we were talking about that? They were up here. They poured it back to for good reason. They just finally killed a secondary. So they still have 4 more outer towers that they can destroy here before they need to worry about pushing into the base. So that's just more resources that they got for themselves. Ice Brand just purchased by Dampier. Now I wonder. Yeah, it's gonna be a Frostal Skull. Yeah, here it is, a Grimoire. Yeah, it's gonna be a Frostal Skull. I was gonna say, is it gonna be Dawnbringer or Frostal Skull? Again, Dawnbringer on top of Grimoire isn't out of the question, but it's a lot less likely for obvious reasons. So, Frostal Skull, and I kind of like that. Kinda. I like it. I like it. The more I'm thinking, I was gonna say, I don't know. I still think they might be lacking a little bit on the damage. Now, overall damage, yes, they're still absolutely lacking. But the burst damage, that's what they got going for them. We saw that in the last fight. We saw that right there on Andromeda. She just dropped. They got burst damage. Deadwood, Dampier, Scout to an extent with his opening from the Vanish and the Marksman shot. They got the burst damage. So going the Frostal Skull over something like a Wing Bow, or an Assassin Strut against Jiro, where he would have had more right-click damage output for more sustained damage as the fight progresses on. But the Frostal Skull does have its benefits as well. The good kite factor, anti-kite factor for the matter, on top of the slowing the attack speed, I think is also the big thing against a hero like Warbeast. And with that said, you know what I would like to see? Frostal Skull, just saying. Frostal Skull, not necessarily on Dampier, but I think a Frostal Skull on this point on something like Deadwood actually would be a pretty damn good pickup. Even on Master of Arms at this rate with his farm. Kongor. This is the second Kongor, I believe. So I was gonna, looking back at earlier when they were pushing in, that's more the aggressive style rather than waiting for the next Kongor. They try to take advantage, did not work. They're gonna go for Kongor here. Will this work though? Will this work? Scout. He's on level 15. So Dampier jumps in. Oh, he jumps into a bad spot though. He is going to take a sheepstick in. Here we go. Rally misses the Capella. Shrunken Head's going off. Dampier is going to live in the end. Going on Torture. Torture doing absolutely nothing that whole fight. Torture got locked down from the beginning. Andromeda is picked off. Torture buys back immediately. Look at Dampier, the Warbeast, realizing he has to run. Justice League in trouble right here. There's the chase. Warbeast and Metamorphosis comes out, though. He is going to end up being bursted down. He has a buyback. Torture comes back in, but now Torture's in trouble. Big compel there from Rally. Hits 4 heroes, but at what cost? He goes down. Bound Eye drops. Is picked up by Scout. TPs are coming in. Warbeast is back. He does not have Metamorphosis just yet, though. He's going to be silenced. Master of Arms is basically saying, fight me, distract. They're not going to full go for that, though. They are going to find him. And actually, Panic got caught. He goes down. They will come Master of Arms as well. So they pick off the straggling support in the end. Again, not the worst case scenario, though, for Rape Time. Kongor is still up, though, and its life is regenerating, of course. Brutalizer just purchased by Scoutbat. So buyback situation. Rally and Warbeast both buying back right there, and Torture. Torture's now out of buybacks here. Now DCX is going to try to clean up Kongor. And this should be it. If you're Rape Time, you pretty much have to say, okay, we fought, we got a good result, but
Kongor goes down.
We are going to have to give up Kongor in the end, and that's what they do. So once again, Warbeast. Interesting. They actually do give it a Warbeast this time. And they missed that. So they want him in those front lines. And you can see that logic, especially when they're going to be pushing the base. They want him in those front lines to be able to just beat on the tower. And making it a difficult decision here as to what they do here on the Legion side. So, but yeah, that Frostal Skull purchase on Dampier, he now is sitting on another 3,600 gold. You also saw a little bit of his turnaround potential in that fight. I mean, Warbeast and him were going at it. Warbeast thought he had a good chance, but all of a sudden Dampier heals up with a Consume, and before you know it, you're the one running. So, DCX trying to clear out the resources now in the jungle. You see over here, Scout with that new Brutalizer of his. We're going to try to go for the Ancients. Meanwhile, fight happening. Rally jumps in. Sheepstick on a Devil right there. He's in a little bit of trouble, but so is Rally. Rally's going to end up falling. You see right here, Warbeast in the midst of it, though. Going nom, trying to finish off Dampier. Dampier, though, he has a Shrunken Head up. He's barely alive. Will he survive enough? I don't think so. Oh, my God, he does. The Consume. That's a terror. The flight is just not enough, though. He does fall. He has buyback. Will he use it immediately or not? He is not using it just yet. He finally uses it. Glacius freezes himself. I don't even know if that was on purpose or not. St. Rox, though, he's in trouble, actually, and St. Rox is going to end up dying. And now Warbeast, he's the only one alive preventing a genocide. He has that token still, but he does not have Metamorphosis for another 6 seconds. Dampier is coming as well. Can they chase down this Warbeast? The marksman shot to slow him. Metamorphosis and 1. He gets it off right there. And that should be enough. Or is it? Dampier, the fight! The turret, will this be enough burst? No, it will not. No, it will not. Warbeast is just too fast, full haste. He is able to get away. But again, you see RpTm just doing enough to come out on top. Yes, a buyback was had there on Dampier, but that's what they're there for. And this is going to be another tower kill. And I'm sure they're going to look to either clean out the bottom or the top. Top tower is actually just about dead. Probably head up there to finish that one off as well. But yeah, the last fight, I mean, that was kind of a cluster right there. It looked like Rally's the one that tried to jump in as there's the top tower.
The Legion takes down a Hellborn tower.
So now we're just down to this one outer tower here. Going back to that conversation, but man, I mean, this game felt like DCX was looking pretty good for a while, but all of a sudden, RpTm is just barely winning these fights. I don't even say that. I mean, the bottom lane hold was the big one. That was the really kind of turnaround there. Where Justice League was like, wait a second, we can't just push. And that goes back to the decision to push without the token. Without waiting for another Conqueror, trying to be patient. Again, they are dealing against a team that has that comeback potential with the heroes that they have, most certainly. Scout, Dampier, Deadwood even, but yeah, did not pay off, so. They have Dampier. He's saving up money once again. 3,100 more gold. Again, he only has 1 buyback now, but Imba Boy's been out of buybacks for a while here. Warbeast down to his only 1 buyback, as he has 4,700 gold. Warbeast continuing to give the red glowing hands buff to his teammates. Both Warbeast and Warbeast not level 25 just yet actually. Dampier has been. Oh, why did I say that? Go to Warbeast and he hits level 25. Kind of even in that sense. Master of Arms, how about that? He's got the Slayer now. So started more of that utility style with the tablet, shrunken head. Now he's going to start putting out the deeps. Going the Slayer into the Savage Mace. Torturer. Oh, he's going to be fine. They're trying to catch somebody, though. Scout's still looking. He's going to open. Yes, he has the Bash Proc. First hit right there. Silence comes out. Marksman shot, not even needed. That flag kind of awkward. The job done right there, so free pick. It's just Andromeda, sure, but pick is a pick. And now here comes the bottom secondary, the last outer tower. This is going to be an easy kill.
The Legion takes down a Hellborn
Another
tower.
5,000 gold on Dampier. 3,700 gold on Scout, too. So his next tier of item going to be coming out here soon. And again, Master of Arms, his Savage Mace is going to be coming out. Yeah, man, what a series this has turned out to be. Honestly, glad we chose to cast this one. The only 3-game series of the first round, and go figure, here we are in Game 3. And it is coming down to the wire. 40, nearly really 50 minutes into this game here. Which team's going to move on to the second round? I mean, no doubt this would be an upset if RpTm does come out on top. There's that purchase. Okay, now we've seen this before in situations like this where Warbeast deciding to go. Never mind. All right, never mind. Changes his mind. Obviously, he initially went for. That's interesting right there because okay, so he initially went Harkons. He sold it. He's like, never mind. I want to go Savage. The Harkons. Obviously, you got Demonic over here. Yeah, this isn't the most heavy armor team, honestly. So, yeah, Harkons, I think, was a little overkill. And I think that was – I don't think this is the game for that. So, yeah, the more I'm thinking about it, it probably wouldn't have been the best pickup anyway. So, but then he changes it to Savage. But you see right there, the Snake Bracelet just purchased by Dampier. He also did upgrade to post-haste. So, he is going to be going the Wingpo, but the only reason you're getting the Wingpo in this matchup is against that Warbeast who now has the Savage Mace for True Strike. So, all of a sudden, I wonder if Dampier, is going to see that here in the near future. And I honestly wonder if he's going to just sell that Snake Bracelet and instead change his mind. Because I think that'd be your best bet at this rate, honestly. I mean, I think going the Genjuro instead would be your better bet. Even if that means selling the Snake Bracelet at this point. Because you're going to be buying an item into that 7. Again, the only reason you're getting Wingbow here over those other items like a Genjiro or something like that is for that evasion aspect against a non-Savage Mace War base, which now he has. Now, I don't know if he's showing himself yet now. They do have this electric guy right here. Maybe they'll get that information, depending if they actually click on him or not. Looks like for now he's going to keep it, and if he goes that full wing bow, I think that could prove to be the bad decision, honestly, for sequence here. Obviously, again, it's not that it's a bad item. It's still plenty of damage. There's a lot more to it than just the evasion. But, again, the point being that if you're going to invest all that gold in an item like Wingbow over an item like Genjiro, obviously both items represent a good amount of damage for you, a lot of agility, a lot more armor increase. But the big benefit of a Wingbow is that, again, that evasion aspect. I think it's clear, obviously. Just want to make sure. Making the point well known where I'm getting at. So, plate mail just picked up by Torture. Interesting. So speaking of Frostfield plate, that's looking like a possibility here. Remember that Frostfield plate change? It was a little bit ago now. I mean, I was really stressing it when it happened. I loved the change. Just to reiterate it again, it's now minus 20% attack speed. Minus 20%, right? Instead of minus 25 attack speed. So it's percent base instead of just a raw number. Yeah, minus 20% attack speed. Which means, as this game gets later on and on this late game stage, so heroes like a Scout, a Dampier even, at this point, they're going to be a little bit slower because of a lot slower than they would be against the initial Frostfield plate item. So, damn, what a finish we have here. Just to double check real quickly, it looks like. Okay, I'll say it was really not in game one. They're just getting was that actually game two? No, there's no way that game one finished that quickly. Holy crap, it did. Wow. So here we are in game 3 of this series. Turns out Lion Esports Club already up 1-0 over Team USA. That had to be a quick victory. That had to be something like a 20-minute victory at most. I don't know if it showed up in the replays yet, but yeah. Wow, 15-minute victory. Looks like they ran the Devo. You got Team USA. They're running with Enzo here today. Cannot handle the Devo. Super KGE 7-0-6. 15-minute stomp. Jeez. So they're in game number 2 at the hero selection stage. We'll see how that goes. Stay Green is up 1-0 over Nice Prize Pool. And then, of course, you got well, the winner of this is going to be playing Team Excellent. So at this rate, I mean, we might just be jumping into the winner of this versus Team Excellent, honestly, because at this rate, the other series could be wrapping up pretty damn quickly. Obviously, Too Much Sugar versus Internet Gangsters is being covered by Colecast over there, by Beef. So, but this series definitely going the distance. Damn. 15-minute victory for Lion Esports Club over Team USA. Again, Team USA is kind of just one of those tough teams to gauge, though, for obvious reasons. I mean, they aren't necessarily committing their full time by any means, even nearly any time, really, compared to other teams especially. So, to see results like that, it's one point of it. It's like not that surprising, but that is a very talented team still. I mean, they've shown that through the first 2-3 cycles, but as I kind of expected, as I think we have been seeing now, both in the last cycle and this cycle, as time moves on, that's going to start catching up to them, and I think we are seeing that. Bit of it. I mean, they are still a top 8 team. I mean, they're still a team that could very easily worthy of making it to the next weekend, if not even defeating anyone, honestly, because of just the star power that they have over there at Team USA. But if we don't practice, if you don't dedicate yourself to practicing the game and warming up, scrimmaging, and everything, especially when other teams are, then it will show. It will show in the results, and again, we're kind of seeing that there. So, obviously, also Lions, a very difficult opponent. Matching up against them. All right, so where are we at here? Looks like they were ready on Rape Time side, but Justice League not ready just yet. All right, here we go. Here we go. Game number 3.
Oh wow!
Again,
right, let's get it on.
Way this series has gone, man. And again, so Dampier, okay, so it looks like he is just going to be going for the full wing bow here. And again with that Savage Mace choice by Warbeast. Don't see that as being the most effective use of the gold. Kongor, the third Kongor, is soon to be coming here. Both teams very aware of that. The suspense is killing us. So both teams just pretty content sitting back farming more. Master of Arms, he has enough for the Savage Mace. Wants to make sure he's got that buyback ready though. Deadwood, he's working on a Shrunken now. Got a Tablet on a Luna. Torture again, the Frostfield plate. I'm not wrong on that, right? That's all that makes. Yeah. Yay! Yeah, he sells a while before he gets it though. So, which could be possible in this game, but at the same time, it could be this game could be over in the next couple seconds. Like, this is one of those games where, you know, it's going to come down to that one pick, that one fight, especially when you're looking at no buyback situations like on Torture. Now, that is the only one so far. Puzzle box on Glacius. Wow. Saint Rock's managing to get a puzzle box now, level 1 here, I assume. Puzzle box level 2. Look at that. That is actually a good point. You can disassemble the wing bow since there is no pattern, so that is a fair point. I assume you can at least. I don't know if that's ever really, if that's ever really like ever had to happen. But I guess this could be one of those cases of, for whatever reason. But yeah, it's just why I'm going. Anyways, so Dampier, wow, he just jumps in blindly, throws out a terror, but just so happens that they were not in the pit. They were kind of above him, but DCX doesn't counter jump. Did not want to risk it there. And we just continue to be back and forth here. Oh, here we go. They find a jump, actually. Rally going in. He's going to be counted on right here. Andromeda's going to go down. Rally now in some trouble. Rally's going to fall. So far, 2 picks over. Scout now cut out. Sheepstick coming out. Dampier jumps in with a big tear. Torture is just going to melt. And Warby's now on the front lines. He pops a shrunken head. But he is dropping quickly. The disarm comes out, as you see. Cannot right-click anymore. He can now, but he is more so worried about running away. Metamorphosis is going to wear out. He falls. No buyback. Did RpTm just defeat Justice League? They're going to start pushing into the base now. There's no buyback on Warbase. No buyback on Torturer. They're going to get a free Rax here middle easily. Glacius is the only one up. Nobody has buybacks. Rally does not either. And, of course, Andromeda does not. This is going to be... If you're RpTm, excuse me, you just go straight for the throne, I think. Yeah, there's a vote to concede. They're not even going to, they just say, you know what, it is over. GG's coming out. Wow, RpTm takes out Justice League. 2 games to 1. And that means they're going to be moving on to play Team Excellent in the round of 8. Congratulations, RpTm. Again, this is a team, they started in Diamond. It looked like they fell down to gold, then they fell down all the way to silver. They went back to gold in Cycle 4, and now here they are back in Diamond in Cycle 5. And they start things off damn good. I mean, a big victory over Justice League. Again, it's they deserve the win. Not to take anything away from that. I will go back to them. And it's honestly sloppy play on both sides to certain extents throughout the series. But, hey, a W is a W in the end, as you always go back to. And they should be feeling happy, as I'm sure they are. Justice League on the other hand, that's a disappointing loss. Again, that's definitely considered an upset loss there, and they're going to have to be bounced down to the losers bracket. And on the verge, if they lose that matchup, of course, they're going down to gold now. Not saying that is going to happen by any means, but now also I'm looking at the brackets, and they're going to be matched up against Animosity in the losers bracket, and that is not a rollover team by any means. You got players like TPS Priceless, Zintz, Embry, Marcus Moy. I mean, definitely some players to recognize over there on that animosity team. So Justice League, they got to be really careful here as far as treading on the verge of even being knocked down to gold if they don't come back in that next matchup. So, but RpTm deserving the victory. Well played. What a comeback too, to an extent. I mean, that game was no doubt in control for Justice League for a good portion of that. And they make it work. Congratulations to RpTm. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, obviously, I want to get into a break here.